Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxissports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.
Tonight's match pits Brooklyn City FC against your Kingston Stockade FC. This is the 5th match of the season for Stockade FC and for Brooklyn City. Stockade has 2 wins and 2 losses, and Brooklyn City has 4 losses. Tonight's roster and game day program can be found online at stockadefc.com/program. Or just scan the QR code at the merch table or on the back of your Stockade season ticket. Let's take a moment to thank our generous 2026 sponsors, including Colette Fund, a New York-based venture fund that invests and supports companies at the intersection of for-profit and for good. Cabinet designers on Route 28 in Kingston, the Kitchen and Bath Design Firm. Radio Woodstock, a Hudson Valley locally owned and operated radio station. Trailways, the very best way to get to and from the Hudson Valley and beyond, and the exclusive transportation provider of Stockade FC. And our sideline sponsors, Archstock Fiber, a Kingston-based telecom service bringing fast, reliable fiber internet to the homes and businesses that make this place great. WMC Health, Hudson Valley Healthcare at base system scale. Advanced care, trauma services, and specialists anchored here in Kingston. And Radio Kingston. In just a short while, the teams will make their way onto the pitch, accompanied by our cheers and the enthusiastic drumming of our official supporters organization, the Dutch Guard. And Red Loons, black and orange till I die. Make sure to check out our food trucks. We got Scotty's Good Food, Taqueria Mi Pueblito, Bobby's Brick Oven Pizza, and Frozen Caboose Ice Cream.
Love
and
that.
of course, the local brews from our friends at Vegan Ales. We'll get started in just a few minutes.
Let me know when we're good. Okay. Good evening.
And here they come.
Here they come.
Brooklyn City FC and your Kingston Stockade FC.
Players marching out from the new tunnel at the renovated Dietz Stadium here. It's Saturday the 13th. It's day 3 of the World Cup. It is New York Knicks mania. It's a sports apocalypse, if you will. And we have here a conference clash between, as they just said, your Kingston Stockade, because we're all stockholders in this, as we know, against a new squad in our new conference, which is the NorthEast Conference North Division, the Brooklyn City FC. And as the Germans would say, they could try harder.
Let us welcome Kingston resident Kelly Scar, Devoted Stockade FC fan and proud soccer mom of Pink Thunder FC player Leon Ray. Kelly is an Emmy-nominated singer.
Here's the usual great national anthem sung by a local resident, as usual.
Music, myth, and ritual project that returns to Widow Jane Mine this September. Ladies and gentlemen, Kelly Scar.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets trembling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Saturday, June 13th, 2026. The usual quality on the anthem. Local talent is abundant. We're here at Dietz Stadium. Kingston Stockade, who are 2-2 in the conference, 3-2 in all competitions. Currently in third place with 6 points. Playing Brooklyn City FC, who have played 4 games in the conference and lost all 4. Have no points, and I believe have only scored 1 goal. So we might have a hungry team coming in here from Brooklyn. We have plenty of cool restaurants to accommodate their needs, as you know. I won't make fun of the Brooklyn hipster Kingston connection because I'm guilty as charged, but that was back in 2004. Bright sunny night here in the Stockade district. Pre-game atmosphere charged with World Cup fever, if you will. U.S. playing a brilliant game last night that everyone's kind of resting. Well, I guess they're hungover. A 4-1 win over Paraguay, and they have a week to chill before they're facing Australia. I believe, as we speak, Brazil and Morocco are kicking off in the swamps of New Jersey. I'd say this is a much more pleasant environment. I'm just saying that because I spent a lot of time at the old Giant Stadium watching the Metro Stars in the mid-'90s, the birth of MLS, and it was not pleasant. It's something I can't unsee. But, you know, you like soccer, you're going to make the trip across the tunnel or wherever to see it. And crowd filing in here on a sunny night in the 80s here in uptown Kingston. We defeated this club on their home ground at Brooklyn College on the 6th of June, 2-0, on a converted baseball field overlooked by an East German style, I don't know if it's a dorm or an academic building, but Brooklyn College, you know, space is hard to come by in the city. Luckily, we got a lot of elbow room here upstate. Dietz Stadium is a lovely venue now. Well, it always has been, but it's been renovated, and the players are happier. There's a nice new scoreboard. The fans are happier. Food trucks galore. Here we go with the kickoff. Brooklyn City, because there is a Brooklyn FC, but that's a different team with a cooler logo. We're underway here at Dietz Stadium. Stockade looking to pick up some important conference points here. They dropped a tough one at Met Oval last week, midweek, to the national champions, what I'll call the Battle of Maspeth. Could have gone either way. A lot of referee back and forth with the sidelines, but Kingston lost 1-0. And we're underway here at Dietz. There's a break for Stockade, but that's an offside flag. I believe that was Gabe Garcia making the break there. I will fill you in on the players as I see their numbers, because that's how I'm going to have to roll. Not given a lot of information at this level of semi-pro soccer. A lot of guesswork too on the Brooklyn roster. Although I've watched their live casts, I wish I could remember the name of the guy who scored their lone goal. But here we have a corner for Kingston Stockade in their orange creamsicle uniforms, which people have grown to love. Curled in, header, wide, grabbed by the Brooklyn keeper. And they will play it out from the back. Not a bad first effort off a set piece there. That one going over, long ball over the captain's armband. Noah Robinson, veteran presence now for Stockade. He's wearing the orange armband on the orange shirt. But even my 62-year-old eyes could see the differentiation here. Bright night. The sun is setting behind the press box, which we enjoy. No particular road support for Brooklyn City. Not surprising. Dutch guard playing the drums here. That's headed out. Out of danger. Brooklyn's going to play it all the way back. Assembling an effort here into the box. That's trouble. And it rolls in. If the flag stays down, it's 1-0 to Brooklyn City FC. I believe they're only their second goal of the season. Right here in the 4th minute of play. Stunning development. Off the bus from the BQE, no doubt a treacherous ride given the shutdowns and the traffic and the Knicks, well, actually the Knicks are in Texas, but it doesn't matter. That's a tough ride for any of these guys. I do see they have a healthy amount of subs on their bench. 1-0 to Brooklyn early. A wake-up call here for Kingston, hoping to not take for granted their winless opponent who's marched in here at the bottom of the table. So I don't know if that was a communication breakdown on the back line, but it just it looked pretty easy for Brooklyn to make that tally. Brooklyn wearing the kind of ocean blue tops with navy shorts and grayish socks. Their first visit here to Dietz Stadium in uptown Kingston, New York. Man down across the way. sorting out the roster and the numbers that I can see. Nathan Karanganwa, number 5, sizable midfielder at Marist, on the ball. Over to Jonathan Salguero, who has it. He's going to give up the throw to Noah. Noah looking for the open man. Down 1-0 early. This is possibly the worst case scenario. If you think about a team that hasn't won, hasn't scored, and they come up here on the road and they put one in the 4th minute, that's got to be an energy boost. Perhaps, as they say, a game changer for the Brooklyn lads. Noah on the ball. To the corner to Salguero. Crosses in front, cleared by Brooklyn City. I wonder if they just call them City down in Brooklyn, you know, like they do in Manchester. I doubt it. There's so many clubs. There's Brooklyn FC. There's, you know, it just gets overwhelming after a while. I think the Brooklyn Bridge Park has their own squad, probably. Be nice if Red Hook Brooklyn had its own team. But I don't think they do. They do have space down in Red Hook Brooklyn or they used to. They had open fields for a lot of baseball. I don't know how much the IKEA ate up when it opened a few years ago in Red Hook, Brooklyn. I think it demolished the old house I lived on Dwight Street when I moved to Brooklyn in '86 during the very hot summer. Here's Kingston controlling now. They have an assignment, which is let's equalize this and not let this get out of hand. Crossed in, header off the NFL uprights, Matt Barr style. That was some good action there. That was good movement down the far right wing. Header by number 10, Chris Verhoel, who is Dutch and goes to Marist. Perhaps inspired by Rick Smits, the basketball legend who went to Marist, the Duncan Dutchman. Now racing motocross cycles, go figure. Turnover midfield, Kingston on the go, but denied. Player down, doing his kind of library nap pose. He's tired of studying at Brooklyn College, and he's taking his nap at the table. As long as he doesn't snore and disturb the other library users, everything is fine. Free kick to Brooklyn, midfield. Don't know if you have the score on your screen. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't, but it should read Stake 0, Brooklyn 1. Coming into the 9th minute of play here. So I do know that Brooklyn City is a new team. They were founded on the campus of Brooklyn College in 2022. They're going to run that one out of play. Stockade with ideas, charging downfield. Was Giggs Verhoel, the Dutchman. Saw a few fans with Dutch jerseys coming in. I was distributing the fanzine and the entranceway to Dietz here. Seem to be a few fans of the Netherlands. They're always his. They certainly have a shot World Cup action. Switzerland was up 1-0 over Qatar last I checked in my car as I arrived here. Don't know if I'll be able to give you updates. Brazil, Morocco playing in the Jersey Swamp. The traffic jam and $50 Jersey transit tickets to get to the stadium from the city are well underway, I'm sure. Here we go, Kingston bouncing in. Noah keeps it alive. Eric Vargas also in the starting 11. Feeling there's a lot of new guys in this starting 11 than what we're used to. So Yari Harris forward to the Brooklyn keeper, gathers it in. Ball distribution center of the field. Not always advised. Turnover. Return to Brooklyn. Because as we all know, there is no sleep till Brooklyn. Unless you get on a Trailways bus across the way here, then you can take a snooze and wind up at the Port Authority and then eventually in Brooklyn. Wouldn't advise it though on a summer night like this. You want to be upstate. Kingston. Salguero survives a mugging there. Brooklyn being aggressive with the ball. This doesn't look like an 0-4 team coming in here with the tails between their legs at all. Long throw. Whistle on Brody Tim. He got some attention, I think, from the league team of the week. I think for his efforts against Met Oval last week, which was a battle royale, I tell you. Could have gone either way. Kingston probably should have emerged from Maspeth, Queens, the Battle of Maspeth, with at least a point, but it just was not meant to be. But lo and behold, they're coming here for another midweek matchup next Wednesday. So if you want to see Kingston seek its revenge against the national champions, the U23s from the Met Oval Academy. Curled in, loose ball. Cleared by Kingston, thank goodness. Trying to break out here. The left side to Salguero. Crosses it in. Decent backspin on the ball. Recovered, curled in, and there's a shot on goal, and it goes in. Persistence. Stockade equalizes. Save made by Brooklyn, but he couldn't handle it, and it looked to be it's 1-1 now. The 14th minute. Still trying to ID the Stockade goal scorer. Guys, who scored? Who scored? Who's 19? Information spreading in the press box. Gijs Verhul, the Dutchman, with his first goal of the season, number 19. I just saw the 9. So it's 1-1 here. We got game on. It was a very pug-nosed, pugilistic goal, if you will. He was right up front on the keeper. Keeper got a hand on it, but could not contain it. given its velocity, and it spilled off his hands into the net. Marion in the press box tonight, helping me out from the Dutch Guard. German football scholar. So we got a 1-1 draw here in the 16th minute. Sun beating down on the field, about to eventually set behind us, but these are some of the longest days of the year leading up to the solstice, which will be celebrated in all kind of ways in the Catskills and all the New Age resorts that dot the mountains of the Hudson Valley. God bless them. A peaceful bunch. Salguero on it in front of us. Jamal Liz Simmons directing traffic. Head coach down front. There's a whistle. Goes Stockade's way. Salguero went down. Got the call. Eric Vargas on the ball. Left foots it in. Headed down by Karangamwa. Stockade doing a good job keeping it in the Brooklyn half right now. Maybe wanting to knock on the door once more and take the lead here. Visitors bleacher bathed in sun and as empty as, well, I don't know, a skillet full of rattlesnakes. No, that's a Dan Rather Texas-ism. It's in the high 80s, but the sun is descending. It should be quite pleasant here for the second half of action. Stockade. Free kick in, opportunity. Oh, off the crossbar. Flag might have been up on that one. I don't know. Otherwise, don't know why they were stopping. Davis Barnes heavily involved in that play. We've seen how he can make some noise. He had a coming out party here last season that was something to behold. I don't think he had a hat trick, but he had at least a brace, which is 2 goals for the Soccer 101 people. I'm not going to hit you with a lot of formation numbers or this and that. I try to keep it simple. Enjoy the action of the game as it unfolds without prediction or overanalysis. There's enough of that. That's out for a goal kick for Kingston. Matt DiPolito back in between the posts after an absence. James Cintron had started the last few. I believe that was the goal scored by Brooklyn early. First goal against DiPolito, and that's Matt DiPolito. Brother of Daniel from Fordham, who had a goal fest when we were playing down in Tenney Stadium in Poughkeepsie during the renovation. Kid from Fordham was lighting it up. Maybe he just likes D1 fields, I don't know. Ball forward, Brooklyn defending, doing a decent job. That was a low, fast pass. Hard to settle on the other end, but still a good idea. Might get a deflection or whatnot. Here's a deflection that curls in for Brooklyn. They cross. DiPolito's got that, but he's kind of mugged by number 27 for Brooklyn. We're level at 1-1 here in the 22nd minute at Dietz. Conference battle between Brooklyn City in their ocean blue tops against the creamsicle orange dynamo that is Kingston Stockade FC. It's a long ball, too strong. Eric Vargas had ideas of gathering that in and maybe scooting in towards the box, but it could not get to it. Loose ball midfield. Brooklyn recovers, playing it back to number 3. .25 covered by Nathan Karangamwa. A slight height advantage over him. Ball through, but Kingston on it and back to DiPolito. Distributes to Brody Tim. He crosses far right on the field now. Sun still might be a factor for some of these players looking in this direction. Effort there, but Brooklyn took down, looked like Harris. Noah with the throw in, played out to center. Chris Verhoel plays it into deep. Now it's out. Back out to midfield. Brody's in charge right now. Goes out for a Kingston throw deep in Brooklyn territory. I'd say like green point maybe. There's a collision. Late whistle from the ref. Goes Stockade's way. Nathan Karangamwa got clocked by a Brooklyn player. We got a free kick from like the 29-yard line of American football. Add 10 to that. Vargas is over it. I like to say that like Orson Welles said it in, I believe, the one of those film noir movies. One of his enemies was Vargas. Vargas in. Brooklyn gets a skull on it. It's going to roll out. Harris tries to keep it in. He does. It's a kind of desperate centering pass cleared by Brooklyn. Kingston settles with Jonathan Salguero, who has scored this year. Our leading scorer, the 2-goal Brady Leitner, is on a red card from the game against Meadowoval. So we will not see Brady, who has 2 goals. Oh, dangerous ball in, cleared off a knee of a Brooklyn player. That could have gone horribly wrong. Salguero curves it in. Nice effort with the volley, swinging volley. I believe that was the effort by the goal scorer, Verhoel. Looks like we're headed for the now famous hydration break, which this league might have invented back in the day, but during the hot summers, and now you're seeing it during World Cup action. I noticed the English announcers are still kind of flabbergasted by it. They're the old school guys. You can tell they're pissed. This is now the game's played, you know. What are you going to do, you know? Modern medicine. These human bodies require hydration. They even like to laugh at that word. But for a lot of them, hydration was available at the pub. And it was room temperature. And it was delicious. So here we are, 1-1 in the 27th minute hydration break at Dietz Stadium, Dietz Memorial Stadium. Brooklyn City has to be somewhat buoyed by the fact they're not being shut out, which they have been 3 of their 4 games. Kingston in the conference with 6 points. Meadowoval is 3-0 with 9 points. Excelsior, New York, kind of a surprise. 3 wins and a draw, 10 points, top of the conference. I mean, that could change in a hurry. I mean, they did come in here and beat us 2-1, which was a bit of a stunner on a rainy Memorial Day weekend. Or no, that's when we beat. It was the weekend after. Mid-season, I'm losing track of the schedule. They're back on the field now. Everyone is had their beverages. Decent crowd filling up the wonder wall of Dietz Stadium. Brooklyn starts from the back. Up the wing. Recovered and cleared out by Kingston. I believe that was Brody Tim with the clearing duties. Again, with the midfield struggles here, settling the ball, losing the ball. Brooklyn with it back into midfield. The chaotic midfield. Both sides have kind of suffered lack of execution in the middle of the park, as they say. Kingston setting up on the far wing. Level at 1-1 here in the pushing into the 30th minute of the first half. There's some good moves there. Jonathan Salguero is showing some mad skills. Getting it to Guy Vierhol, the Dutchman. Our goal scorer tonight. Don't know who scored for Brooklyn, never will. Maybe 4 weeks from now on their website it will be published and we can all enjoy. I'm sure the parents of the guy who scored, they know. Used to be we used to get YouTube comments a few years ago on these live streams, and there was a guy in Australia who hated me and Steve Patch, my broadcast partner then, and he used to send us the nastiest comments. I don't know what the time difference was, but he should have been doing something else. Kingston with ideas here. Misplayed. There's a shot blocked. Good setup there. Oh, man. Teed off by Nathan Karanganwa. Hometown Montreal. Has a dorm room at Marist University. I keep calling it Marist College. They switched to a university last year. Still along Route 9 in Poughkeepsie, prime real estate, just south of the Culinary Institute. Just due west of Rossi's Italian Deli. Dutch guard lighting it up now as Brooklyn brings it out into midfield. Right wing pass gets through in the middle. Brooklyn showing some energy here. Bus ride, sunlight, goal. As Twinkie the Kid used to say, here's your reward. But Stockade equalized. They only give them, Brooklyn, any ideas of getting 3 points and gumming up the works in the Northern Conference, Northeast Conference North Division. Back when we won it, it was the White Division. I think there's been so many permeations of standings and whatnot between the NPSL and now what we're in the League for Clubs. Curled in, Dipolito receives that with his gloves. Easy reception, very soft. Stockade switching fields. Oh, sudden long ball that may cause some problems. All the way down to Gabe Garcia. I haven't called his name much. From Haverstraw, the SUNY Cortland product. Cleared out nicely by Brooklyn. Noah had ideas there, curled one in. Pretty decent cross, but Brooklyn defender right on it with his head. Brooklyn player down on the far right side. Behind him is the town pool. Maybe he wants to roll over a few times and take a dip in the chlorinated waters. Pool also newly renovated here. This whole area, the Forsyth Zoo, Dietz, there's basketball courts, there's, you know, the pool Kingston really did it up. And this is kind of a sparkling recreational area now. Brooklyn gets the call on some contact on the far right wing there. Way over there where the sheds used to be. Now there's just a few track hurdles. Forlorn. Used to be mysterious garden sheds. Brooklyn plays it through. Was he on? The flag is down. Looked like he might have been off, but cleared out for a Brooklyn throw deep in Kingston territory here. 36 minute in a 1-1 match. Probably in the must-win category for the Orange. Brooklyn City probably eliminated at this point, barring a miracle. Miracles don't happen too much in a 10-game season at this level. So, whistle there. Fans screaming, "Let them play." As the ref is apparently inserting himself into the action here. That was a questionable whistle. I mean, the ball was in the air. It was contested. There was some contact, but nothing harsh. Now you got the guy with the pink shoelaces over it. I noticed 3 of the players, at least the back 3, have pink shoelaces or pink highlights on their boots. Long ball by Brooklyn. Big guy 24 rides it off. DiPolito, though, able to get hands on it before it went off our player and over the goal line, which would have been a Brooklyn corner. Both teams have only had like 1 corner each so far. No cards to speak of. Some contact, not many injuries, so stoppage time, as unknown as it is at this level, will probably not be excessive as we enter the 38th minute of action here at Dietz Stadium. Stockade controlling now. Goal tonight by his Verhol from Steenderen, Netherlands. I think it might be his debut with Stockade. I've not called his name before here. He might have played on the road. First name G-I-J-S. Last name Verhol. Probably rode his bike here. He's in Amsterdam. Dutch person. Maybe not. Throw in for Kingston. Kind of an unoccupied midfield right now. There's down the wing, Salguero, the captain. Can he corral this? Yes, he can. Dangerous cross. Header is fouled off. Swinging volley missed. Recovery blocked. Another recovery cleared, kind of. Oh, there's an idea. And there's a goal. Yes. Salguero trying to curl it in, and they're camped out for the rebound. was a Stockade player who buried it. It's now 2-1 Kingston. They've gone up on Brooklyn City. And that comes here in the 39th minute. He won't show me a number. Marion, who was that?
10.
Chris Verhoel, the other Dutchman on the team. So I'm sensing a theme here for the team wearing all orange. Up 2-1. They have 2 Dutch players on the roster. They've both scored. I should call my friend Bart and Nina in Amsterdam and find out the Dutch word for scored. That was a good heads-up play off of a rebound. Salguero bent one in. It was saved, but parried out right to our number 10, Chris Verhoel from Steenderen, Netherlands, a Marist product. It's his second year with the team. So he must have brought in his buddy. Actually, I think they're twins. The Verhoel twins have put us up 2-1. Brooklyn efforting now at the Kingston end.
Both goals 19, sorry. Both goals.
Oh, but 19. Okay, so they're they fooled us here in the press box. That was Higgs Verhoel's second goal of the game, not his brother or his. I have to assume they're related, that number 10, Chris Verhoel, from the same town in the Netherlands, and goes to the same college. What are the odds? So, orange we are, orange we shall be, orange we shall remain. And I'm not quite sure when Netherlands opens their World Cup play, but always a dangerous team in the big tournament. So that scoreline is 2-1 Kingston here in the 43rd minute. Brooklyn controlling at midfield. Long ball in. Dippolito's got that, stumbles. Perhaps tripped, maybe some contact. Maybe he's playing it up, maybe he's not. Quick restart. Ref's like, hang on now. Are you hurt or not? Aren't you? He's not. And here comes Kingston up the far right. Nathan Karangamwa. Long ball. Salguero throws it in to Verhoel, the other one. There's kind of a worm burner in by Harris, I believe. Off his left foot, handled by the Brooklyn keeper, who's coughed up 2 here in the first half. After Brooklyn took an early lead in the 4th minute. People settling into their aluminum benches here and stunned before they could eat their nachos and enjoy their Keegan Ales beverages. Stop by Keegan Ales before the game, make sure the old trophy from 2016 was still there. It is. It's shining bright behind the bar for all to see. It was the 2017 title that Kingston won. Dutch guard very much in evidence. Salguero plays it forward. Chris Verho loses it. Brooklyn throw deep in their own end. They've got work to do. Oh, stumbling. Nathan just couldn't keep his footing there. Does get a call from the ref. I didn't see too many players around him, but Salguero over the ball now. Almost a dangerous area for a free kick. Header in, headed out, then parried by the Brooklyn keeper. Kingston looking to keep it in, but Brooklyn gains control. Top of the box, chips it out. Recovered by Kingston. Did he keep it in? No. Brody Tim could not stay on the right side of the many lines on the field. It's good dispossession there by Kingston. Five has had a good game. Nathan is a dominant defensive midfielder. He's also played the ball forward in some threatening fashion. Run down the right wing fizzles out. Brooklyn back into, yeah, Nathan got to be careful here. There it is. Oh, yellow card. A little aggressive there by Nathan Karaganwa. First card of the game issued number 5. Next to our goal scorer, probably the tallest guy on the pitch. Both goals by Gilles Verhal, or his, it says, pronunciation guide. My Dutch is not very good, I apologize. There's Dutch all over this city of Kingston. Of course, the founders of the Stockade district. It was all battles against the local natives by the Dutch settlers. A long time ago, I might add. No land apology is necessary if you ask me, but that's just me. We've reached 45 minutes. First half. Fourth official looking at his watch, no doubt a Timex. And he is, there's no stat person, there's no indication to the press box how long we might go into stoppage time here in the first half, with Kingston up 2-1 over Brooklyn City FC. And there it is, the halftime whistle. As the shadows grow here at Dietz. Those commercials coming at you loud and fast. This is Spike Rusho live from Dietz Stadium. Kingston up 2-1 over Brooklyn City FC. Bring it back for the second half. See if we can seal this one. And thanks again for tuning in.
And of course, stop by our Kingston Stockade FC merchandise table. We'd also like to wish a very happy 13th birthday to Miles. He's a goalkeeper for the Rhinebeck Hawks and a big Kingston Stockade FC fan. Happy birthday, Miles, and thanks for celebrating with us. A shout out goes, of course, to the Stockade, our Stockade supporters group, black and orange till I die.
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out.
Good. Welcome back. You're looking live at Dietz Stadium as we're about to start the second half of the Kingston Stockade FC hosting Brooklyn City FC here on June 13th, 2026. A little bit after 7, plenty of daylight left, obviously. Kingston up 2-1, went down early, got scary after the 4th minute, but they recovered well. Brooklyn playing, well, I wouldn't say playing their hearts out, but they're definitely not playing like an 0-4 team. They do have a few subs they brought with them, which a lot of times teams do not bring extra men. Attendance announced at halftime so far as 752 fans coming into Dietz to watch this action on a night when Brazil's playing Morocco. The Knicks are about to play in San Antonio. Kingston crossing. They're now attacking the Forsyth Zoo end up the field. The pitch, I should say. I try to be accurate with the English stuff. Fans enjoying the fan cam they have here now. Top of the box, there's a chip to the right. It's going to be played in high. Oh, opportunity and a bounding ball there. Like by Eric Vargas. Might have hurt himself there. Across from Verhol, who has a brace tonight. He's Verhol. Dutchman goes to Marist. 2 goals tonight. We don't know who scored for Brooklyn. Let's just say former borough president Howard Golden and leave it at that. Stockade plays it back to the keeper. Matthew DiPolito wearing number 1. Baldwin Place, New York, Plattsburgh product. It says it's his 2nd year with us. I do not recall him being here last year, but I am so far down on the Stockade personnel totem pole that I'm surprised they let me in the building. But they have assembled, again, a lively roster of MAC players. D1, got a Bard guy, always good for the local action. And as far as I know, he's not mentioned in the Epstein files. Ouch, too soon. Here comes Kingston, right wing, cross, nobody there. Number 1 for Brooklyn City. Watch that one sail through the box. And he's lucky nobody was there. Midfield popcorn ball. Brooklyn City sorts it out. Going to play back to their keeper. No visible subs that I could see, but then again, that's another informational impossibility. I was able to get some free ice from the Keegan Ailes booth. They brought the trophy with them. They wrap it in a scarf and they bring the trophy that this team won in 2017. It's right there next to their, well, dare I say, cash register. It looks like a small UFO. But that's kind of cool. They bring the trophy. And like I say, I visit it. I live near there. I stop in frequently and just kind of bask in its glow. It's nice to have some hardware. And they keep it at a place where, you know, Tommy Keegan was one of the original supporters of this franchise and a friend to many, and unfortunately passed a few years ago. But trophy is still, that's where it's kept. And I think that's kind of cool. Brooklyn with some ideas down the far right wing. Choked off by Kingston. Trying to escape here. There is an escape route by Vargas. All the way down, Brooklyn tries to get it to their own keeper, but trouble in paradise here. Loose ball, corner of the box, now the top of the box. Oh, a shirt pull, ideas. There's a shot off the NFL uprights, another Matt Barr special. And that was by our Dutchman. He's going for the hat trick. I don't know how you say hat in Dutch, but I'm sure it's a cool word. With a lot of clashing vowels and Brooklyn keeper clears it out to nobody. Kingston throw deep in their end. Gabe Garcia on it from Haverstraw. He's got it back. Trying for a give and go there, but Brooklyn interrupts things here. Still got some energy there, the Brooklyn lads. A shirt tug and a fall. Whistled. Might have been the fourth official. Davis Barnes right in on the action. Yeah, that'll be a free kick to Brooklyn City. Down 2-1 here in the second half, 52nd minute. Shadows growing at Deep Stadium. Sun setting behind us. That went by two Kingston defenders till it's cleared nicely. And now back into midfield. Their goal scorer trying to chip the goalie. Trouble? No. Could have been. That could have hit a pebble. That could have hit off a shoelace. That could have, you name it. But then maybe he put some English or Dutch on the ball and it would spin off the hands of the keeper. That's the beauty of this business. There's so many things that can go wrong or right in this case. DiPolito playing it out of the back. Escaping midfield using the right wing. There's a curling chip. Trouble. The keeper is way out. And there's a chip and in for Kingston. Yes, no flag. Nicely done, Davis Barnes. Davis Barnes checking in with his second goal of the year. And a thing of beauty. Kept his composure. He left-footed it, just skied it up over the keeper into the back of the net with a few feet to spare. Nicely done, lad. Some would have panicked, some would have fired that one into the zoo. But Davis Barnes keeps his cool. It's 3-1 Kingston in the 54th minute. Nonchalant chip. The keeper knew he was in trouble when he came out, and then the ball fell to Barnes, and he made sure that did not end well for the Brooklyn City keeper. And now ties him with Brady Leitner for the goal-scoring lead for Kingston so far this year. His second goal. And he is not Dutch. He's a Poughkeepsie lad from St. Peter's. And he's been with us several seasons. Like I say, last season he just had a lights-out game. I don't recall the specifics, but I could look it up if I was at a library or something. But no, he was emerged as a shining star, and now he's quietly gone about his business. Like that shot to put Kingston up 3-1. Crowd loved it. They could all see it happen. You can see that play unfold when keepers come out like that. The crowd's like, oh no, here we go. Let's get it to somebody and get some elevation. And that's exactly what happened with Davis Barnes. Delivering the goods. 3-1 to the Cade. Brooklyn City now in a bit of a hole, which they're kind of used to. They've lost some games this year by pretty high scores. Stockade up the right. There's Davis Barnes on it. Nice pass forward. Oh, Verhul with the cross and a sliding attempt there. Glory almost achieved there for a fourth tally for Kingston. That was well put together. Verhul crossing to Chris Verhul. Verhul to Verhul. That sounds like some kind of weird Formula One race, but that's what we're dealing with here. Ball in for Kingston again, threatening. Deep in the box, chipped out. Brooklyn defends. Kingston in the corner, Verhul on it. Geese, Verhul. Barnes and Garcia with the back and forth. Ball goes out. Good pressure by Kingston here to add on, and why not? Davis Barnes out to Nathan, who's on a yellow. Try the other side now. Good cross in. Brooklyn collapsing on the ball, but now they get some control, and they're going to try a long ball, but that's going to go to nobody. Kingston throw. They can now dance around in their own end for a little bit. 58th minute of action. 3-1 lead for the team in orange. Kind of a must-win for them. Haven't seen the other results from our conference. They've been pretty good about posting them on the League for Clubs website. Throw into Salguero, has it, crosses it. Far side now, still in the sun. Danced forward, there's a dangerous kick save that he's able to recover. That could have been problematic had there been an orange uniform close by. Luckily, of course, Verhul was a few yards away, but that went right to one of the other Brooklyn City players. Fortune to the city keeper, if you will. Watched the live stream from Brooklyn College when we beat them 2-0 last week. This is a bit of a home and home on a converted baseball field.
Official attendance, 752 guests in the stands.
Announcing the attendance here. 752. Kingston controls midfield. Gabe Garcia down the right to Barnes. Barnes dangerous on that wing. Crosses in and kicked out by Brooklyn City for a corner for Kingston. See if we can get some set piece magic going here. Got Kingston subs warming up down in the corner. 60th minute, 3-1 Stockade over Brooklyn City. Their logo contains a crown, which I guess represents Kings County, where they're from. There's a header down. Cleared out. Long shot. Into traffic. Might have ran into somebody. Yeah, I did my jury duty in Kings County for years. That was always an adventure. That was Vargas with the blast that got deflected at. Yeah, the jury duty was always hilarious. The Kings County clerk was such a smart aleck, older guy with a stained tie. Here's a sub.
24, Kate Garcia leaving the field for Robert Pesantes.
Garcia out. Robert Pesantes in.
And number 12, Patrick Cuneo coming on for number 10, Chris Leroux.
Patrick Cuneo comes on, the Notre Dame guy, for Chris Verhoel. So we have one less Dutchman on the field, and a true fighting Irish fellow. Cuneo's from Patterson, New York. So his first season with Stockade. I think he's seen some action already in several games. Noah Robinson still in, still wearing the captain's armband. Played forward to Barnes. Flag is down. He dances in. This is trouble. Left foot. Save. Brooklyn City keeper, mystery guy that he is. Back out, Salguero. No, Noah's got it. Shot, another kick save. Possibly ill-advised. It luckily goes to his own player. He thinks he's Tim Howard against Belgium here, apparently. Why not scoop that up? He's just putting the ball back into danger, and it cost him earlier. I heard a segment about Tim Howard's, all the kick saves he made against Belgium, where he faced like 28 shots on goal in the World Cup a few years back. And now goalkeepers, coaches teach that, the Howard kick save after that performance. That's the word on the streets. Barnes on the wing, chips it in. Again, trouble, a lot of space now for the Orangemen. City clears it rather nervously. Closing in there. Nathan, who's had a good game, man. Good dominant presence. He's still following the play here. Been running in this sun all day. Two more subs from Stockade on the sideline. Noah Mellon, who scored last week against these guys. And Modu Badji. Badji coming in for Barnes. Mellon comes on for Jonathan Salguero. Goal scorer on for goal scorer. (3-1) Kingston here in the 64th minute at Dietz Stadium. Lengthening shadows here on a lovely summer evening, even though it's only June 13th. Flag Day, if you will. Freak Flag Day in Hudson, as they say. Big parade up there. Got through it, made my way down here to Kingston. Didn't see too many Stockade fans out in the pubs. City settles, but the shot is deflected wide. Could be a USA soccer hangover after last night's late game against Paraguay. The 4-1 thrashing. Many of us unable to sleep after the goal, the fourth goal there. Thing of beauty for the U.S. They did play well, so that settles a lot of the media doubts. And now the World Cup is so entrenched in social media that there's not a spare second of silence or privacy or second guessing, or that's just the way it is now, and it's what we're living with. And it's kind of fun in a way, but it's kind of annoying in another way. Good ball forward. Badgie denied. Fourth season with Stockade out of Plattsburgh. Modu Badgie. Classic 60th minute sub. He's done well. Injects energy into the game. Hasn't scored yet this season, but you have the feeling that he will be on the old onion bag ledger soon. Another good pass forward. Brooklyn defender goes down, another one steps up, blocks the shot. It's well done. Good teamwork there, Brooklyn. Modu on the ball, curls it up high, but it's tipped over the crossbar by the mysterious Brooklyn keeper, Howard Golden. Corner for the Cade, as I like to call them. I hope that annoys more than one person. Shortening things it's an American habit. Instead of saying vegetables, we say veggies. Instead of saying Stockade, I say Cade sometimes, just to kind of mock that culture. But it's our team, and here they are with the corner. With a nice 3-1 lead in the 68th minute. The left footer curled in, nicely done. Played out though. Ball landed at the foot of a City FC Brooklyn personnel member. Cleared it, but it's back in their own end very quickly. Here comes Kingston again, crossed over. Oh, just a bit too strong for Badgie to get to it. Keeper was kind of fooled. He went down on the line. Was expecting some contact. Vargas plays that to midfield. Brody Tim. Over to Noah. Noah back to the mid.
It's 32's first name, Marshall.
Max.
Thank you.
32. Who's three? Who's three?
Huh?
Who's number 3? Not listed. Ironing out some roster issues here with Marion.
Number 3 is Max Mowbray.
I don't have him on this sheet.
Max Mowbray, yeah.
Okay.
32 is also Max? Thank you.
Yeah, Max. No, that's 32 is Max Mowbray. We have 2 Maxes. We're maxing out on Maxes. Hydration break here. Maybe Marion and I can sort out the roster. Usually they're a little more accurate with the Kingston players. Vargas is off. Max Marie defender out of Brockport, Majoris, is coming on. He's listed right above Martin Mendoza. 3 is Max Mowbray, and he's on the pitch for Stockade. Marion just showed me his phone. I should probably use mine for other purposes than watching this feed. Make sure that we're accurately describing the events unfolding in front of you, the many parents of the players who are out there watching their sons do battle here at this level of soccer. The league for clubs, kind of a 4th level semi-pro. College players keeping busy during the summer league. Unless you're Meadoval Academy, then you have a bunch of freshmen. But we won't go down that road. More subs being prepared by Kingston. I see 15, Emmett Olson. He's the Bard guy out of Brooklyn. So he can ride a penny farthing bicycle to the Apple store in Williamsburg with the best of them. And we got Yari Harris, number 9, always dangerous, of the Harris brothers, preparing to come in. Max Majoris has not been waved on yet. They're interrupted by the hydration break. 3-1 Kingston, 72nd minute. Question from Marion. What's that?
More than 5 subs.
I guess. Number of subs being questioned here. Exceeding the 5 that's standard on many levels of this game. You never know the rules exceptions when you get down into lower level semi-pro soccer in this country. A little less rigid than Europe and places where they invented the game and stick to the original ideas. Pressure by Brooklyn City. Skied, though, over the goal line. Dippolito watches it bounce towards our brand new Archie Comics type entrance to the stadium with the waving flags. It reminds me of the Archies when I was a kid. I don't know why. And when you see it from Washington Avenue, it just looks so innocent. It brings a certain innocence to this part of Kingston, which is by no means dangerous, but, you know, it is the city. It has its edges. Okay, more subs. Marion's appalled. Yari Harris is on.
And we got 2 more substitutions.
Guy Verhall is off, as is the hardworking Nathan Karanganwa. He put in a full effort. Apparently unlimited subs here. 74th minute. Kingston up 3-1, and they want some more here. There's Baji down the right. 2 guys on him. They know he's dangerous. They're going to double team him. Plays it out. Kingston keeps it. Going to play in the middle. Olsen with his first touch. Annandale in the house. Had a few Bard students on the Stockade, and why not? Local, you got Maris certainly has dominated the roster. That's over for a goal kick there for Brooklyn City, who probably need to inject a sense of urgency into their game at this point, in the 75th minute. Down 2 here at Dietz Stadium. Not an easy place to tally goals. Although they did score in the 4th minute, and it was pretty impressive. But only their 2nd goal of the season. So at least they got that to put on the bus back to Midwood. City trying to build something down the right, denied. Some persistence there by Kingston, getting it to midfield. Long ball cut off. That was struck with some heat. Brooklyn City steps in front of it. If it gets through, that might be dangerous for Baji. Right now he recovers. He's going to play it forward to Caneo. Caneo into midfield. Now out to the right to Baji again. Left footer curling in. The keeper comes out pretty far out into the box. Cradles it. Distributes down the right. Here comes Brooklyn City. Some tribal beats from the Dutch guard trying to bring this one home. The hunt may be over. It's trying to welcome the hunters back into the village with their bounty. 3-1 Stockade in the 77th minute. Long ball and some hustle there. Flag stays down. Played with some contact. 22 for Brooklyn City. Looked like knee-on-knee contact, which is never good. That was with Noah Mellon. He's up and walking it off, though. Patrick Caneo over the ball now by himself. Surveying options here. Three-man wall for Brooklyn City. Left-footed, sneaks it in. Trouble, blocked. Good idea. Kingston still controls top of the box. That was Noah Mellon who had that in close, inside the 6-yard box opportunity. He's still shaking his head. Would have been his 2nd goal of the season. Noah, you must build an arc and get 2 goals from each animal and bring them aboard. Okay, son, there's your orders. Kingston up 3-1 here. The captain over to Noah. Noah's going to center it. Going to try the left wing. Contact by City. Max Mowbray plays it down the wing. There's a cross. Mellon on the ball dangerously, and he shoots off the post. And a rebound try. A couple of touches there. Maybe one too many. But he pulled it wide. Noah Mellon fires it. Hits the far post, comes out. It's a Kingston player who also shot wide. That was Robert Pizantes with an opportunity. Hasn't had a lot of playing time. Number 22. Trying to make the most of it. Here comes Olsen from Bard. A little surprise blast from his right foot. at the keeper, who was prepared, like their rival from Vassar. Who knows? Maybe where the Brooklyn City keeper went to college. No one knows. If you want, you could Google Brooklyn City FC #1 keeper. And there's a goal. Kingston tallies again. It's 4-1 on a quick cross. Left side. In the 6-yard box. Waiting to see the number. He's wearing the headband. Number 9. Diari Harris. Harris scores from in close.
From our number 9, Diari Harris.
It's his first goal of the season. Tying his brother Amari, number 8, who has got on the score sheet. So the goals are coming here as we conclude at Dietz. 82nd minute, 4-1 Kingston over Brooklyn City. This is a conference battle, so perhaps goal differential will be somehow made a factor when it comes down to any tiebreakers. You never know. But at this level, you take what you can get. And Harris took that one inside the 6-yard box and blasted it in the back of the net. Did not see who the cross was from, but it was a bold effort. Midfield now. Harris working. Played off to the far left wing. Pazantes on the ball. There's some whistle there. Oh, an offside flag. Who saw that coming? Maybe Terry McAleer, the photographer extraordinaire, is standing behind the trademark orange sneakers. Behind the side ref with his ska flag. Another whistle. Not letting them play. 83rd minute. Scoreline, the home team Kingston Stockade FC 4, visiting Brooklyn City FC 1. Long ball by Brooklyn, headed up. Skied at the top of the box. Headed kind of the opposite way by Brooklyn. They're going to get it back to the top of the box. Olsen clears that. He's got possession. Gonna play it down the right. The captain will give and go there with Caneo. City keeper plays it out. Headed back to midfield by Kingston. Controlling again. Brooklyn player down at midfield, just kind of lounging. He appears to have given up. Kingston in. Oh, a dainty pass there. And another goal. It's 5-1. Noah Mellon, soft touch pass. And I believe opening his account for Kingston Stockade was number 22, Pazantes. Right place, right time. He's from North Rockland and Manhattanville. Second season with the club. Scores on a beautiful, like, oh, it was like a linen tissue pass from Noah Mellon right across the 6-yard box. Gorgeous. 5-1 Kingston over Brooklyn now. These are the score lines that Brooklyn City is kind of used to. Perhaps high hopes, scoring first in this game in the 4th minute. Their first lead of the franchise history, apparently. But nothing since then. Stockade has shut them down. Brooklyn throw, 85th minute. Scoreboard being lit up with fan shots from halftime, which are mostly children with big smiles. Here's Mellon on the goal. Shot saved to the right. Could have been 6 there. Mellon looking for his 2nd of the year. He is attacked on that right side very nicely. It's either him or Modu Baji screaming down that right wing. Plenty of space. No one really making an effort to shut them down. Ground ball corner in, cleared out by Brooklyn City. Back in control. Kingston on the far right. Max Mowbray making some noise. Crowd settling in for what looks to be a comfortable victory for the home side here in Kingston. A valuable 3 points, which will put us right up in the mix of the top 2 in the conference, depending on what the Met Oval defending national champions have done, and also the somewhat surprising squad from Excelsior, New York. We'll see how those scores shake out. Try to get some updates here, but flying solo in the booth here. Caden should be with me next Wednesday for our match. Midweek home match against Met Oval. All you bartenders and restaurant workers who complain that the Saturday night games are unattendable, you can't attend them because of your job. Here's your chance to come out and see the Stockade on the 24th against Met Oval Academy. 7 o'clock kick next Wednesday. And we may have lost the Battle of Maspeth, but I have a feeling that Jamal is going to have the team fired up to get revenge on a game that Stockade could have at least had points on at Maspeth. There was some questionable officiating, but a lot of opportunities too by Kingston that just would not fall our way. So see, Brazil and Morocco are in. Those watching that game, it's 1-1 entering stoppage time. If you're switching over to this YouTube feed, it's 5-1 Kingston. So Morocco giving the Brazilians a run as we speak down in the swamps in New Jersey. Later on, Scotland is playing. I believe that's in Foxborough against Haiti. but the entire world is going to be watching the New York Knicks at San Antonio, so it'll be difficult to find a bar showing Scotland. See, Vinny Jr. scored for Brazil in the 32nd minute to equalize. So. Stockade down the far left, top of the box, shot, save. Brooklyn City keeper forced again to make another. He's having several. He's coughed up 5, but low shot there. He had to dig off the turf. That was from Mayari Harris. There he is out again to dive in front of Baji, who seems to have moved over to the other wing, traded Noah Mellon. It's good to have that depth and options. Here's Olsen on the ball, over to Mellon. Curls one in, headed out by Brooklyn. We've reached 90 minutes. We have no idea the stoppage time. Hey, fourth official, how much stoppage time? He can't hear me from up here. The Dutch Guard and their confounded drumming. God bless them. It creates a great atmosphere at Dietz. If you haven't been here, check it out. Next Wednesday, you want to see the national champions against this fiery Kingston squad. Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, midweek. Probably not a school night, given the school schedules. It's out for a Kingston throw. Couldn't be much time left. Both coaches calm in their technical areas, settling in here for, won't say a predictable 5-1 Kingston win, but given Brooklyn City's history this season, you just weren't expecting too much from them. But they did go ahead in the fourth. They got that going for them. Maybe they can build on it the rest of the season. And who knows, maybe they might upset Met Oval or Excelsior and help us out in the Northern Conference North standings of the league for clubs. Goal kick, Brooklyn. Well past 90 minutes here. We're not a lot of injuries or stoppages per se. Ref, hand in the air, double whistle. He didn't point to the center, but that's the game. Final from Dietz Stadium, Kingston Stockade 5, Brooklyn City FC 1. I'm Spike Rusho. Thanks for joining us. I assume we'll see you Wednesday night, next Wednesday, 7 o'clock against Met Oval, the defending champions who we just battled in Maspeth. There's the smoke from the Dutch Guard taking over the press box. They're going to cut to loud commercials any second. What a night at Dietz. Another 3 points for Stockade, and we'll see you next Wednesday night.
At 7 p.m. against
Met Oval Academy. We owe them. Revenge is a dish best served with shallots and some sliced radishes. All right, I'm Spike Rusho. Let's have fun. Keep it continue. We'll see you on Wednesday.
I'm sure there'll be a party in Kingston tonight.
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.